All right, so I'm not gonna get too much into my story because we'll be here all day. But one of the first things I like to do, because I come from a coaching background, is talk about mindset. Because the important thing is that in order for me to, give you guys massive value and actually apply the things that I have for you guys today, the mindset has to elevate, right? So let me talk about this is something that I practice. One of the things that I understood is how to change the negative association of your subconscious to the positive association so you can make a whole bunch of money. Who ever want to make a lot of money?
Yeah.
You want to make sure? You want to make a lot of money? All right, you want to make a lot of money. Because I love making a lot of money too. But listen, here's the thing. So did anybody grow up here with a lot of money? Anybody come from rich parents, family? Anybody? Nobody in here? Okay, me either. All right. Okay, all right. Well.
They lost it all, but yeah.
Okay, well, they lost it. Okay. All right, so me neither, right? And the thing about it is that what happens is that us growing up like that, our subconscious mind is actually here to keep us safe. So what happens is a lot of times we associate money with the negative thing. We may have said money does not grow on trees. Anybody heard that before? Money is hard to make. You got to work hard to make a lot of money, right? So we associate, or we might even say rich people are evil. A lot of people that have wealthy are mean and things like that. We associate with a negative association because our subconscious brain is trying to do that to keep us safe. But that's limiting us from making a lot of money. So here's how I shifted my mindset to go from a negative association to a positive association. And that's how I've been able to make millions of dollars. All right. So instead of me thinking about me making money to spend it, I think about making money. When I make money, I'm actually giving to other people for them to be blessed. Because every time I spend money, that's to help somebody else, right? You guys here, y'all have spent money with Elijah. Elijah has then spent money into this organization. This organization goes out to feed their families. So when you think about the more money that I spend, the more money I help other people. I help other families. I help other, businesses and things like that. So now what I think about is I don't think about the more money I spend, the more money I make, the more money I spend. I think about the more money I make, the more money I'm able to help people, right? So when you start to associate that with a positive association, that's when you start to see that making money is unlimited, right? There's tons and tons of money. That's the reason why it's called currency, because it's a current that flows. All money is energy. And once you understand that money is energy and you associate a positive association with it, the flow starts to come to you and it becomes super easy to make money. I could make money with my eyes closed. And I say it not to brag, but it's because I shifted my mindset of having a positive association with money is energy and all this is value, right? If you provide value to someone, that's an exchange of money. So all of you guys here are taking your time of learning to be more valuable into the world, having more knowledge. So that's all it is when it comes to making money. So I want you to challenge yourself when you go home. I want to challenge you to start thinking about how many times do you have a negative association? How many times do you think negative? If you do that, if you take the time out and think about it and you start to say, damn, man, I have a lot of negative time. Like throughout the day, I'm having 52 negative emotions that's coming into my mind. And I want to challenge you when you start to see that, just write it down. Damn, I was thinking about person at my job and how their breath stink. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about this. Just think about all the negative stuff that you think about throughout the day, right? And then I want you to take note of that and start to see how can I start to change that? How can I shift that? Okay? And then I want you to what I've done is, one of the books that really changed my mindset when it came to money was I read Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Has anybody read that book?
Yes, that's a good one.
Real good book, right? Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I read that book. Still to this day, I read it every single year. Okay? Because what I realized too, to get to a next level, when it comes to money, see, the thing about it is that you have a cup and the level of money that you think that you can be able to achieve is in this cup, right? If I pour more water into it, what happens? It overflows, right? That means that when lotto winners win and they only make used to $10 a month, they get $1 million, the money flows over and they get to spending it and waste the money. So what we have to do is not worry about overflowing this cup. We have to build bigger cups. We have to go to bigger buckets. So now we see, we don't have a mindset of making 10 grand a month. We got a mindset of making 100K a month, right? One of the things that I do, I have an agency, and we help people establish their brands and come out with courses and things like that. Elijah's one of my partners. One of the things I told him when we started was like, yo, we're gonna make this amount of money. And at the time, he was like, he's talking kind of crazy right now, like, but it's because my bucket is there. Now his bucket is there as well. So all I'm telling you is that to challenge yourself, if you want to make more money, you have to uplift your mindset to see that the money that you want to make is minuscule. For me, I want to make $1 million a month. I haven't done it yet. Came close a couple times. But sometimes when I tell people that, they're like, come on, bro. Nobody making no $1 million a month. I have friends that do it in a day. Right? So, and I'm having a conversation with these people. So I know $1 million in a day, $1 million a month, that's no money. I know it can happen. Right? But you would have told me that 8 years ago, I'd be like, bro, don't nobody make that money. But Donald Trump, the only person can make that money. But it's not true. All right? So first thing I want you guys to do is, in the course of you building your business, get into development of mindset when it comes to just, not just like, you know, people talk about positive, you know, influence, all this stuff. Focus on the money. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Abundance Loop is another good book I read. These are some of the things that I focus on lifting my mindset so that way I don't go back to thinking limited beliefs. Because a lot of times we have conversations with, you know, our peers, our family members, and their beliefs are limited, right? We can't blame them for it, but we got to associate ourselves around people like this in the room, and we got to continue. For me, if I can't get around people like that, then I want to read from other people that have that mindset. And so that's what books did for me, all right? All right, so I want to get into the AI bots. Anybody here played with AI or tested AI before? ChatGPT? Perfect. This AI is perfect. I love it. So who here absolutely hates cold calling? Be real. Who hates doing outbound calls? I think everybody in this room hates it, right? Let's just be real. I hate it, right? I don't want to get on the phone with somebody, they'll curse me out. You know, why you calling me and all this other stuff, right? Well, what if I could show you an AI bot that could actually make the phone calls for you? You need that to change the game for y'all? All right, let's show you. Let's show you. All right, so there's an AI company that just came out recently. Because I'm actually calling it. I'm gonna call it so y'all can hear it. So there's a company that came out with the first conversational AI robot that can call. It can take inbound calls. It can do outbound calls. The thing about it is that it costs $25,000 to get it. I'm gonna show you how to get it for nowhere near that. All right, but what I was talking with Elijah, we talked behind the scenes. I'm building this for the past 30 days. Was a real estate AI bot that not can call and close deals, but I don't go that far. Okay, if it could, shit, we'd be millionaires tomorrow, right? But an AI bot that could call and qualify the landowner. Are they in a position and they're ready to sell? Qualify the homeowner. Are they ready to liquidate their property, right? And having that, where then now, instead of you paying a virtual assistant, instead of you having to go out there and make the calls yourself, this can be working nonstop. You guys are at work. This can be working for you, okay? So I actually, I prepared this AI bot this morning just as a test. And the cool thing about it is that I'm actually gonna, and I'll talk about how you guys get access to this and stuff. The cool thing about this is that if you guys have done cold calling before and you either have a recording or if you just guys have your own script, you can upload it to this AI bot. It can create a whole script for you. And so this thing can be ready in like less than 10 minutes to go, okay? You just upload your list of landowners, upload your list of homeowners, and they can start calling right then and there, okay? So I'm gonna call it for you, and I'm gonna let you guys hear what it sounds like. Because I created a script this morning. So I'll just do a test. So let me call it. Just so you guys can get a test on how it sounds. All right, one moment. Let me see. All right. All right, so it should call me any minute now. I'll make sure I have it on speaker so you guys can hear.
Hey, Chris.
What's going on? Who is this?
Hey, this is Melissa from the Tampa Real Estate Office. I'm reaching out in regards to the property at 123 Main Street. It's now a good time to chat.
Yeah, it's a good time to chat, but how did you even get my phone number?
Hey, I totally get why you'd be curious about that. We have a research team that finds contact information for us. This allows us to reach out to potential sellers like yourself. So, are you considering selling the property?
I mean, I was thinking about it. I may sell it. I don't know. Maybe.
No worries, Chris. It's totally fine if you're still unsure. I'm just here to gather some information about the property and see if it might be a good fit for us. If you're open to discussing it further, I'd love to hear more about the property. Can you tell me a bit about it? Like the number of bedrooms and bathrooms and the overall condition of the property?
Yeah, sure. So it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom property. It has 1,200 square feet. It needs some work, some TLC on it, some paint, stuff like that. That's about it.
Okay, gotcha. So it could use some cosmetic updates like painting. Anything else that needs attention, like the roof, electrical, plumbing and heating, or kitchen and bath?
Yes.
Thanks for letting me know, Chris. It's helpful to have that information. Do you happen to know if there's anything owed against the property, like mortgages, taxes, or liens?
No, that's free and clear.
Got it. Thanks for clarifying. And do you have a timeline in mind for when you're looking to sell? Also, do you have a ballpark figure in mind for the price?
I don't know. I'm thinking like 250,000 at least. I mean, what are y'all offering?
Unfortunately, since we've never seen the interior, there is no way to give you a solid price. But for starters, why don't you tell me more about the property?
So, y'all see how powerful this shit is? So this is going to change the game for a lot of people, especially all of you guys that are into, real estate. So I'm working on the training. It's almost complete. We're going to have actually this offering for our largest, something that we're coming out with Black Friday. But since all of you guys, and it's going to be a little, not expensive, but it's going to be a little, But however, since all you guys are in the room, we're going to get you our early access to it. It's going to be also very inexpensive compared to what people are going to pay on the outsiders. So it's going to be ready in 2 weeks for you guys. But, again, I know a lot of people hate cold calling. So I was like, what can we create that can eliminate, the fear? And the thing about this is that it calls from 9 to 8 p.m. Wow. You can set it to however campaign you want. It can take inbound calls. So let's say it calls someone and they don't answer it. And they call back into it, it'll answer. It doesn't get, there's no tie up of the phone being, it's busy. This thing works nonstop. And what it can do is just, again, it's not meant to close the deal for you, more so qualify the lead, get you a scheduled appointment, and then you take over from there. So now you're not wasting your time figuring out, is this person interested right now? They're not interested, all that stuff or whatever. So any questions you guys have?
So I know she was basically qualifying for a house, but is it going to be trained to qualify like for land?
Absolutely.
Land
Yeah, absolutely. Right, absolutely.
How does it handle objections?
Yeah.
Like just other.
Good question. So we program it. So that's why it takes a while to build, because we program all the objections that people are going to ask.
You get a new objection out of nowhere, you kind of just upload that and then teach it to.
Yep. And then the cool thing about it is that if you want it, so it's connected to a software called, well, you can connect it to a software called Zapier. So what Zapier can do is almost anything. So let's just say, for instance, they was interested in your website. You could have it where when it mentions something, they can send a text message to the website. They can text message. You can send a DocuSign contract if you wanted to. You can send it an email. They're like, oh, I'm interested. Give me some more information. Then the Zap could actually send an email to it. You know, to the rather on the phone, the AI bot can send an email to the person that's on the other line. So you can do almost anything with it. It's crazy. But this is where we're at right now. So the cool thing is that there's not a lot of investors talking about this. This is not flooded in the market right now. So you guys are gonna be able to get the early access adapter before everybody else jump on it. Because I say within the next 6 to 8 months, as soon as one of these marketers get on it, it's over with. You know, so exactly. So,
What is it called?
it's called Chat AI. Yeah. Yep. Air AI.
What if you get that person that's on the phone and they're like, give me a person, you know how you say, representative, I need a person, give me a person, like what are they?
Yeah, so it doesn't let you transition to someone,
Okay.
but you can program it for when it says that.
And I would think that the fluidity of the conversation, most people, especially people that own land, they would think that you're speaking to.
Nah, so I'll tell you this. I built this for our agency clients. So right now what it's doing is we have it calling like people that register for a webinar or whatever. And I listen to the recordings. That's another thing too. It records all the calls. When I'm listening to these recordings, people really think. It don't even ask. It'd be like, is this a recording? And they'd be like, oh, I'm sorry for the delay in the response, but no, this is not a recording. And they continue the conversation on. So people have no clue that this is AI. They think they're talking to somebody for real. It's crazy.
I have two questions. The first is, can you change the voice?
Not yet. You can change it to a male, but the male, he sounds like he's from like Britain or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's how I go with the lady. But yeah, he has an accent, so they haven't changed that yet. They're working on that. So that's why I just use the female, you know, for right now until they make the updates for it. But when they do, it's gonna be crazy.
So I work in AI. I make large language models. I do like predictive modeling for my 9 to 5.
Okay.
Is it linked up to like open source AI, anything like that?
I know everybody's thinking. So
are you just literally like programming the responses, and then the AI is actually like listening to what the person says?
Yeah. So it is.
It's like vocal recognition.
Right. Basically. Yep.
It's like a talking ChatGPT, basically.
Basically. Yep.
Yeah.
So it could pick up, even if you don't have stuff in the script from ChatGPT, it'll pick up on things, you know, to say or whatever. But obviously, the more you program it, it's going to be just that much better.
Right, and
you know?
we program it on our own end, right?
Right. But I'm gonna have the training on how to plug in. Because again, you can do it multiple ways. You can create a script based off of the questions that they're going to ask you. You can just upload the code called script that you have. Or if you have any recordings, you can do it. It creates a script off of it. The main thing that everybody's going to need help with is what are all of the objections people are going to have? What are all the frequently asked questions? That's going to be the most important thing. So that way, it can, anytime it's a rebuttal, boom, it knows what to say.
You could always tell Doug to speak to your manager, I'm gonna speak to my manager, or, you know, something.
Oh, yeah, definitely Karen, but.
Would it come with a name?
Yeah, you name it. You name whatever you want. So you can say, hello, this is Melissa. You can say Karen. You can say Adrian, whatever you want.
Now, when there is a new objection, does it just give like cold air, or
You said, what happened?
when there's a new objection
Yeah.
that's not encountered before, what's the response? Is it just quiet, or?
Yeah, so if you don't, good question. So if you don't program for objection, most of the time it might go quiet, or it'll just try to shift to the next question that's in the script. So it kind of like will jump over it or whatever, and then just go to the next thing. So that's why it's like we do a lot of calling. So we practice like me, how I just did. I practice that back and forth, and I think about different things. That's why like if you have a recording, it's even better because it's like you could just program it and all of the things that people are gonna say, because most people gonna have the same objections, same stuff, especially with land.
Does it do speech to text? So like, can you have it ask what's a good email and get the email, or what's your phone number? You
could, but it's not. Well, you can, but what you have to do is you have to create the Zapier for it to record it and send it back to you. But yeah, you could create any actions. Anything that Zapier can do, which is almost anything, you can do.
So when you said it's connected to Zapier, do we have to basically connect Zapier to our dialer, or is this chat air AI, is it a dialer itself?
No, it's a dollar itself.
Oh.
Yeah, so a dollar on its own.
Gotcha.
And it charges 11 cents per minute that it's actually actually on the phone. So not when it dials, but if it's actually talking to someone, it's 11 cents per minute.
It's a hurry up.
Get your point across.
It's a point across real quick. Yeah.
I want to know, because there's some AIs that can like ask you to read a script and then like basically make the script sound like you. Can that do that yet or no?
Not yet. They're working on that. They said they're gonna release it before the end of the year.
Nice.
Yeah, so you'll be able to change the voices and all type of stuff. And they're working on live transfer. So you'll be able to, transfer it over to you. Yeah.
So right now it sets appointments. So like if you would have worked that through the end of the conversation, it would have came to a point where it set an appointment.
Absolutely. It'll look for the time that's available based on your calendar, and it'll set an appointment right in there.
So we don't need VAs.
So you can link it to
Not
your
really.
Google. You can link it to your Google Calendar.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably will eliminate some Filipino VAs. I'm not gonna lie. It might be a little upset once this gets out there,
I mean, just as like my own wholesale business, right? You got the VAs and their accent is a little strong, right?
Right.
And the sellers treat them
A little different.
right? But I mean, also you do got a bot voice on there, but you say a lot of times they don't recognize.
They have no clue. No clue whatsoever.
So they like my bot better than my real person.
Yeah.
Just because that bot responded, okay, gotcha. I heard that, like, that's a real person.
This question is kind of like, okay, so when you thought about this, this app, it's an app, right? When you thought about this app, what was the first step that you had to take and try to like, you have to find somebody who does coding or someone who specializes in AI technology?
Nah, because it's not something that I built or myself personally. I had to build the bot, like the actual person of it, and the questions and the rebuttals and stuff. But this is not like my software or anything. Yes. So for me, it was just like I've been in real estate since 2009. So like I know most of the things that people are going to ask. I know from just repetition. So that's what it was. It was just like, all right, what are the things that what's the rebuttals that people are going to have? What are they going to say here? What is this that, And the thing is, this is not just for real estate. You guys can use this in almost any industry you want. So if you have another business or something like that, again, they can do outbound, they can do inbound. So that's another thing too. It's not limited just to real estate. But obviously, if you guys are real estate, we're going to build your training around that.
And it could call, so like if you set it up to call, it could call as many people at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. It can do
tons of
like
VA, they could call one person at a time.
absolutely. And we, for those that using REI Cash, we can have a Zapier, to go straight into the CRM. So let's say the lead, you're talking to them, boom, it sends it to them. Now the lead is in the system of your CRM, whether you're using whatever system you're using, right? So.
And if you guys are call recording too, using the call recording feature in REI Cash, and he said that with this system, you can upload calls, right? And it can help. So you guys can, say, hey, for a month, I'm going to give myself a little more of a budget, and I'm going to record all my calls. I'm going to upload it into that system so that now all of my rebuttals are already in their program. So you guys can use the two to work together.
All right. So, any more questions?
Oh, I did. Are you going to do a course or like a live? Challenge?
It won't be a live. It'll be like training, like I'll pre-record it.
Okay.
So that way, because I know everybody's time is different. So I'll pre-record it. And then you guys have, way to reach out to me as well, for support. Yeah.
So you said this will be accessible for people in the academy?
It will be, yes. So it's going to be an additional charge for the training, but it'll be way less expensive than when we release this. We're going to release this Black Friday.
Yeah.
There's going to be a special release. So if you're always interested, just get with Elijah. He'll get you all the details and stuff like that.
at air.ai to Insta?
I don't know if they got an Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but now that you said it, you know, the way ads work, you might see an ad pop up on your phone now. So if you go on Facebook and see an ad, that's probably because, you know, it's, you know what I'm saying?
As soon as everybody leave out here, y'all gonna get AI.
That's how it is.
Know that phone, listen.
All right, so any other questions? Y'all good? All right, so appreciate it. Thanks for listening. I hope y'all enjoy the AI bot.